What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this week's edition of the Twilight 9 card. We got the Charles Schwab Classic this week. Won a couple bets at the PGA. At Colonial this week, we got 4 top 10s and I think 2 top 20s. A lot to get to, so let's jump into it. First one, we're going back to a guy that we won money with last week, and that's going to be Patrick Reed. I just think Colonial is a golf course that Patrick Reed is going to win at eventually. The most important stats at this golf course: approach and around the green. Patrick Reed is good in both of those categories. He's 21st this season on tour in strokes gained around the green and 2nd in putting. When he's made the cut this season on tour, which he's done 10 out of 14 times, his finishes no worse than 22nd. His last 2 starts, T6 at Quail Hollow, T17 at the PGA. Last year at this event, he finished inside the top 10. We're going right back to Patrick Reed, top 10 for plus 210. Another guy that won us money last week, Ancer. We're going to ride the hot hand. He's finished inside the top 10 3 starts in a row, and 2 of those are top 5 finishes. Last year at this event, he recorded a top 15. He's 12th on tour when it comes to greens and regulation, which I love this week. He's going to have a lot of looks at birdie. He's just going to need to capitalize on that. We're going to go Ancer for a top 10 plus 170. Zalatoris just had his 3rd straight top 10 in a major, so we're going to go to the hot hand again. Approach is the most important stat at Colonial. Pretty much no one on tour is better than that at Zalatoris. He's 2nd in strokes gained approach this year. He was 2nd in the field at the PGA in that same category just last week. His last 2 starts, T17 at the Byron Nelson and T8 at the PGA. He's looking for his first win on tour. He still needs exemption on the PGA Tour. It would be a really good storyline for him to get that done in Texas. So we're going to go Zalatoris top 10 for plus 210. And I think a guy that kind of just fell off everybody's radar just because of one kind of poor start is Corey Connors. He had a tough start at the Wells Fargo, T43, but then since the Valero Texas Open, his finishes, T14, T8 at the Masters, T4, T21, T43, top 20 at the PGA. He's 4th on tour this season when it comes to strokes gained approach, and he's inside the top 10 in both fairways in regulation and greens in regulation. He was top 10 here back in 2018, and last year he finished inside the top 20. We're going to go Corey Connors top 10 for plus 210. Charlie Hoffman's been on a roll. In his last 8 starts, he has 7 top 20 finishes. He missed the cut at this event back in 2020, but he was T13 in 2019 and had a top 25 in 2017. This is a ball strikers golf course, and over his last 24 rounds, only one player has been better than Charlie in strokes gained approach, and that is Colin Morikawa. We're going to go Charlie Hoffman top 20 for plus 160. And the last one, Joaquin Niemann is going to be our last pick for the week. He went into the final round of the PGA 2 under, but shot 76 in the final round and fell all the way down to T30. I think people are going to kind of forget about him this week. He had a top 20 at Quail Hollow. The week before, he top 10 at the Valspar. He's 7th on tour this season in driving distance, which is kind of surprising to me, while also hitting 69.62% of greens, which ranks 14th on tour. I love that combination at Colonial, so we're going to go Joaquin Niemann top 20 for plus 125. And that's it, guys. That's the card for Colonial this week. Short and sweet, looking to win a lot of money. Again, won a couple bets at the PGA, but we're looking to keep that going this week at the Charles Schwab Classic. That's just a lot to say. Next week, we got the Memorials. Really looking forward to that one. We'll talk to you guys next week.